Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and for being here today. So for today's video, I am going to be going over some of the biggest myths in weight loss. Some of the biggest myths that I often see being thrown around as fact when they are not. I have done a video pretty similar to this before, but it was a couple years ago and I rambled. And I can't promise I'm not going to do the same this time, but last time it was 10 and I cut it to 5, so let's hope this video is short. I have been pretty absent here on YouTube for the past month. The main reason for that is because, as a lot of you know, I ended up launching my business last month. I just want to thank you guys so much for all the love, all the support. The amount of support I got, I just could have never even dreamed of or imagined, so I'm very grateful for you. For those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, I'll put the video right here that explains the business, but for those who are not going to do that, which I know is quite a few of you, I did come out with wellness planners for 2021. They are beautiful. I took more pictures of them today. Maybe I'll put them on the screen. And I did want to give them a shout out, obviously, one, because it's my business and this is my channel, but two, I am about to start marketing really hard and running a lot of ads for planner season, November and December. So if you are interested in one, I highly suggest you check them out before I start going ham, because once that happens, who knows how fast they're gonna go. All right. Okay, so let's just jump into it. 5 of the biggest weight loss myths. All right, so the first big weight loss myth I often hear, by the way, these are in no specific order, but that is that you must eat less to lose weight. So this is false. Obviously, we're talking about myths here, but I really wanted to include this because I feel like a lot of people, when they start losing weight, they convince themselves, or they're convinced that they're just gonna be starving. Like, they're just gonna starve and it's gonna be like the worst experience of their life. However, you can still be in a caloric deficit and eat more than you're used to. All it really takes is swapping, choosing what's healthy, choosing what's low calorie, filling up on low calorie, high volume foods. So for example, leafy greens, so good for you. Minerals, vitamins, everything. And I don't know if you've ever tried to weigh spinach. It is literally like, I challenge someone to overeat spinach, because honestly it's just not easy. You can get so much volume of spinach for so few calories and feed yourself with like so much nutrition and goodness. I'm gonna use McDonald's as an example here to kind of illustrate my point. So for 100 grams of McDonald's fries is about 323 calories. So remember that, 100 grams, 323 calories. If you compare that to 100 grams of just potatoes, so not fries, just like a plain potato, 100 grams of plain potato is only 77 calories. So what I tend to do is I take a potato, I cut it up, I season it very lightly, so I'll put my salt, pepper. By the way, most seasonings have no calories, so feel free to season, make your healthy food taste good. I know a lot of people are like, healthy food tastes bad. It doesn't have to. But for my potatoes, I often cut them up. Sometimes I'll spray a little bit of like olive oil in a spray can, and then I'll actually throw them in the air fryer. So like I said, 100 grams of plain potato is 77 calories. For me, I put like a spray of oil and seasoning. So realistically, it's staying pretty similar to 77 calories. Maybe the spray oil added like 5 or 10, if even, but for the most part, it's staying very close to 77 calories. So basically what that means is I can eat 400 grams of my potatoes the way I make it, and it'll be the same amount of calories as 100 grams of those McDonald's fries. So what I'm trying to illustrate here, what I'm trying to get across, is you do not necessarily have to eat less food. You can eat more food. I eat 4 times the amount of potatoes for the same amount of calories. It all comes down to finding healthy swaps, healthy alternatives, healthy high volume, low calorie foods, and that's gonna keep you full. It's gonna let you eat more, and it's gonna guarantee that you don't feel like you're starving throughout weight loss. All right, so the second myth is that dieting does not work, and if you lose weight, you are bound to gain it back. So I've kind of seen this narrative being pushed around that weight loss is just not maintainable for anyone, that if you lose weight, you are basically going to gain it back because your overweight self is like where you're naturally supposed to be. I will never, ever agree with anyone who tells me that my before weight was where I was meant to be, because I knew it's not where I was meant to be. I think a reason why this notion kind of became prominent is because people are grouping all types of dieting together. Obviously, there are good ways to diet and there are bad ways to diet. You never want to, rely on a crash diet. You never want to rely on a restrictive diet. You never want to rely on a diet that cuts out so much of the things you love that you start to feel deprived. Because obviously, if that's what you're doing, if that's the route you are taking, that is when dieting is not going to work. Because yes, you might lose the weight, but eventually you're going to burn out, right? And eventually you're going to give up. You're going to say, this is hard, because it is, because your body is not meant to restrict like that. And then you're going to end up gaining your weight back because you're going to revert to old habits. So I totally understand why that myth is kind of like prevalent. However, I am very, very happy to tell you guys that I am coming up on 5 years. I think next year at this time, it'll be 5 years of me at this size. So I'm super, super excited about that. If you've watched my videos, which I'm sure a lot of you have, you already know, so I'm not going to go on a tangent, but I lost my weight in a more restrictive way, and it's something I really do not recommend because it left me riddled with a binge eating disorder. And I think that's where that idea comes from, that if you lose weight, if you diet, you're going to gain it all back, because I honestly do think a lot of people are too restrictive when they diet, and therefore they develop disordered eating like I did, and then they cannot control the weight gain because, you know, it's an eating disorder. But like I said, you do not have to go the restrictive route. If you are in it for long-term success, start developing a habit right now that you absolutely love. All right, so myth number 3 is that the only way you can lose weight is if you kick the shit out of yourself. That didn't come out like I wanted it to. The only way you can lose weight is if you consistently work your ass off in the gym. Nope, not true. Not true at all. I am very happy to tell you guys that if what is preventing you from losing weight is the idea of having to spend your mornings or afternoons in a sweaty, disgusting gym, you don't gotta. No shade to gyms, by the way. I know a lot of people love gyms. I'm just not a big fan of gyms, but But anyway, no, you do not have to work your ass off in the gym. Of course you can. Like, if you're someone who likes, you know, exerting yourself, if you're someone who likes to really push yourself in the gym, do it. Hell yeah. But if you're someone watching this who has literally avoided losing weight because you don't want to step in the gym, this one's for you. I've said many times that weight loss is calories in versus calories out. What that basically means is you don't even have to exercise to lose weight. If you can eat lower than your maintenance calories without exercise, then you don't even have to exercise to lose weight. Weight loss, for the most part, is all nutrition. However, with saying that, I don't want to recommend anyone not exercise. Exercise is super, super good for you. So if you try to change your frame of thinking of you exercise because it feels good, you exercise as like an act of self-love, you're no longer going to view it as like, oh my God, I have to exercise to lose weight, because you really don't. So there's no reason to force yourself to do exercises that you don't like, because you do not have to be doing that. All right, so myth number 4, and no one is going to be surprised by this one. I had to include it. I included it in the last one, but I had to include it in this one because people still don't believe me. And that is that carbs make you gain weight. I have tried explaining to my grandma so many times that you can eat carbs. If my grandma sees me eating carbs, like, she's kind of concerned. She's like, oh, don't eat that. You're going to gain your weight back. And I'm like, Grandma. So one of the main reasons why people assume or think that carbs make you gain weight is 1, they've been told that by the diet industry, so I don't blame anyone. But 2 is after consuming carbs, you are likely to see an increase on the scale. What's important to remember about this is that that increase on the scale is not an increase in fat, it's an increase of water. So yes, if you eat a lot of carbs and step on a scale, you might be heavier, but you have not gained fat, you have gained water. And the thing about gaining water is it usually goes away the next morning. So for me, honestly, I'm probably 5 pounds heavier at night than I am every morning, and that's just because I tend to have a higher carb diet. But the next morning I wake up and I weigh myself, it's all gone. It's all just water. You piss it out, you sweat it out, you don't gotta worry. There is nothing inherently bad about carbs, just like there is nothing inherently bad about fats. You know, some people hear that too, don't eat fats, fats make you fat. Fats, yes, are more calorically dense, but like I said, if you are staying within your calories, calories in versus calories out, you are completely fine. You can literally eat anything you want if you can make it fit within your goals. All right, so number 5, the 5th myth that we need to put an end to is that you need to cleanse your body before you start losing weight. So we've all seen these cleanses, right? Juice cleanses, water cleanses, supplement cleanses. And that is because predatory weight loss marketing will tell you that you need to cleanse your body before losing weight. The reason our bodies have kidneys, livers, bowels, is because our body can clean itself. Our body can cleanse itself. If it couldn't, we would all be dead. You do not have to drink juice for a week before you can start losing weight. If you want to lose weight, just wake up tomorrow and eat within your calories. You do not need a cleanse. Don't let anyone tell you you need to buy their super expensive $200, you know, water cleanse. And honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I don't recommend cleanses even if you want one, because I did a juice cleanse and it was so restrictive and I was so hungry by the end of it that I ended up just binging and eating back all the calories I saved, so. Yeah. But yeah, guys, so that is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I did want to ask you guys, we are quickly approaching the new year, and I know the new year is a very exciting time for people who want to change their lifestyle. So if there are any videos you're interested in seeing from me over the next couple months, I already have food videos planned. Just let me know anything that'll help you, you know, prepare for the new year. And like I said, the planners are available. I'll put the link down below. So if you are interested in supporting me and my brand Inspira, you can definitely check those out. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!